Hi there. I finally get to start building this thing. So I've showed you in the previous videos of the setup of the blueprints and all. And I'm gonna start showing how we can do this in a very, very easy manner. Um, it took me a while, and I don't want to apologize about that because I've been involved in an amazing project. But now I've got the time, so let's jump in and get this done. So we're gonna take you through some really easy tools, lines, offsets, profiles or monorails, whatever you want to do, skins. I'll show you various ways of building this. Okay, so let's dig in. Let's not waste too much time talking about this. So what I'll use yet, the first thing that I'll use is the line tool. I want the line tool because I can actually input the length of it. So I've got this point here that I want to use, and then I'm gonna drop it in here, and the length of it will be quite precise. And what I want to do is just want to take care of these. Okay, that's the one. Now what I want to do, I want this inside line here. So instead of just doing it again, I'll just pick that curve, stay in the top view, and I'll just offset that by 300 millimeters. Let's do extra more, 600. That's it. So that's quite a thick wall. That's it. So I've got that in there. What I can do, I can take this curve, move its pivot at that end, copy, paste it, and now I'll just rotate it like that. Bring up the information window, type in here 90 degrees. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be to hit rotate, and then we put in here rel for relative, and 0 degrees in x, space, 0 degrees in y, space, and then 90 in z. That's it. Simple. And what I want to do to make it shorter, I'll just scale it. And that is it. And I'll just clean this up here, bring it to a nice round number. Okay, now the next part. For the thickness, probably you've guessed it, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing, offsetting this. So that's it. Offset, it will remember the last input you had, confirm it with the spacebar, and that's it. And now this curve, guess what? It gets copy pasted, moved into that point there, and we just scale it back till we kind of hit that area there. Bring up the information window, and I'll make this a nice round number. That's it. Always check where your pivot has moved to, because the line tool, it scales it based on, well, if you work with the information window, it scales everything based on the first point that you've put in. Okay, and now let's take this, we copy paste it. I'm gonna move the pivot over there, slam it in there, and now what we will be doing is actually we will be keeping this line as long as it is. And why is that? Well, we will have to intersect this wall, so we've got this shorter edge here, and the opening, that's going to be also a nice way to do that. What we can do is actually scale it back a little bit. So it's still intersecting that curve. So we get an intersection, and we have the surfaces, and that's about it. Now what I will be doing is, because these two are the same thickness, these two walls, I can offset these at the same time. So pick these two curves, offset these, same 600 mil, that's it. So idle this, we've got that perimeter, nice one. What we can do is take these two curves, right? We copy paste them, hide everything else, and we just take this outside curve, the one that was offset, and I'll move that in there. And the offset, because it has history, will follow along. Cool, right? That's for that wall. What we will be doing is we move this up a little bit, so we've got that intersection, and we scale it back. And we scale it back all the way here. You might wonder why I'm leaving this like that. Well, I'm thinking I might put like a little closet there or something just to hold some clothes, whatever it might be, the garage clothing. And I don't want that to be visible from this area here. Cool. Now, that curve, we don't need it. I'm going to build a different type of curve now. I'm going to build just an edit point curve, and I'll pop it over here, and with the middle mouse button in the top view, I'll pop that point there. And this curve gets offset by 150 millimeters. It's going to be drywall. Let's do 200. So I'm a bit off scale with the blueprint, but that's that. Copy, paste, move. Offset again. Done. We will be doing now these two. Copy, paste them. Hide them. Do that. Rotate 90 degrees. Okay, let's snap it to this line here, and we will extend it. So I'm going to do extend up to Control and Alt to that point. And a little bit further. And that's one for those walls. Let's pop this on canvas layer. Cool. Now, let's make this storage room, and I've reconsidered that segment, the blueprint there, and I want to make this out of drywall. So I'll take these two curves and these two, copy paste them, and take the originating curves and just move them wherever I need them. So if you might have noticed, and I'm repeating myself, I'm working with slight intersections there just to make sure that everything is working fine. I'll take this curve and move it, Control Alt, and with the right mouse button clicking it on top of that curve there. And I'm going to change that offset to -200. And the reason why I'm doing that is that I want to extend this line to meet up with this one. But this one comes back here. And that's it. And there's one thing that's important over here. We will need some pillars, right? Now I can use that point as a pillar to hold, let's say, the roof, if you want to. And I'm gonna make this wall here thicker because I want this to be a structure that holds the roof. I'm no civil engineer, but it's just common sense that I'm using, and I think that would be good there. Okay, let's copy paste these. Let's come out up to, let's say, in the middle of that car. It's gonna be a big wall. I'm gonna do the same thing like we've got it here. There we go. So that should give enough support. Okay, let's close this up. That with the edit point curve. Now with Control, I've snapped everything in place. Same thing here. That's okay. So that's the garage. And we will want some doors in here. So let's bring up the canvas again. So here, one line. And I'll make it quite a wide door. So I want to get in there easily, whatever I want to go in there. So I'll offset this and make a big door. 1.2 meters. Now that's it. Now what I want to do is build it like that. Move the pivot. And then move it kind of in the middle there. And the reason why I'm doing that, I'm going to build the door frame out of this. Right, that's cool, right? So how will I do that? I'm going to move this, let's say 8 centimeters down. So on the y-axis, 8 millimeters minus, because we're going against that arrow direction there. Cool. And here I will add another 16 centimeters. So 1360. That's the one. And the thickness, let's say, of that frame, let's make 2 centimeters. That's 20 millimeters. We can take this curve now based on that pivot. We can scale it back. It's there, give or take. That's it. and I'll show you what we will be doing here. So that door is there. We can take this, set here, and copy, paste it. Now pull this in here. So we've got one there. Bring this down here. Rotate it 90 degrees. Let's make this a bigger door. In case I need to bring some bigger stuff down there. That's it. Cool. And let's bring some drywall there. That does it. Okay. So looks like we've got most of the stuff in. We're missing that bit of wall, and I'm gonna actually build it. I'm gonna build that wall the same length like this one, and this one I'll extend it. If it's gonna be an underground garage, this is the ramp going up. If it's an overground garage, we can use that space as a buffer space, so we're still going through there or there. Yeah. Actually, let's leave it as an overground garage. So that allows me to leave this side as is, and I'll just take these curves, copy paste them. I'm gonna move this over here. And because I've copied just the one curve, it didn't have its history, so that's one thing to remember. 600. Let's scale this back. That's it. Cool. Now I've got that. Let's save that up. And we don't need the canvas at this point. So what I want to do is I want a line here going higher up because I want my ceiling to be quite high up, but I have a car lift. And let's say if we stack two cars on top of each other, let's say if we're talking SUVs, they're almost 2 meters tall, we're going to do a ceiling at 4.5 meters, so that's 4,500 millimeters. That's it. How cool is that? And now let's take most of these walls, not all of them, most of them, and let's make them the same height. Okay, so let's do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use profile tool. I'm gonna take the outside walls, the ones supporting all the weight, let's say, of the structure over there. And these get profiled along that curve, so we confirm it twice with spacebar. Get in that. That's it. How cool is that? Right? Now we need that canvas again because now we're gonna get into the nice thing. So we need that opening there. And for that, I'm gonna get one curve here. Copy pasted it and I'll move it up there. It's quite a big entrance, but we want space there. And what I want there, I want this to be, let's see, 2.2 meters tall, or actually 3 meters tall. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna bring in a van or something. I need the height. That's 3 meters. Perfect. And what we can do there is this. We're going to profile these two curves along that one. That gives us the opening. And we're going to drop in a skin between these two. No crown. And that gives us the opening. And now we can take these two surfaces, intersect them. These three, trim that back, and we have a garage entrance. See here, I forgot to profile that, which is not a problem. I'm just going to hide away the curve there. Drop a skin between these two, and that's it. Cool. Now, for these two rooms, I'm going to use a different height, and that's going to be 2.7 meters. The reason why I'm doing that, those rooms don't need to be that tall, and on top of that, I can have here like a balcony where I can still store things. I like the way at some point the guys from Mighty Car Mods had their garage set up, and above the workbench area they had some storage space. So I like that a lot. So let's drop this in here. Along that line. And for the doors, I want a different height. So I've got a frame which is 2 meters tall. 2.2. And now I'm going to profile these two on that. These two along the same line. So any doors I want to build, I'm going to build them based on that curve there. Those two profiled along the same curve. And that's it. And I'm going to build here some skins. And those will be the doors. I forgot to bring in this, but for the storage we will be using a bigger door setup. So I mean bigger in the sense of a wider one. I move the door in a little bit because I want to allow place for a 19mm deep shelf. Perfect. So let's build that door as well. So the frame, and you might be asking yourselves, what frame is he on about? And I'll show you in a bit. So I've got these in here. Take away that, and see we've got, let's say, that in there. I'm gonna drop in here another skin, and here one as well. This is how I'm gonna build that frame. So if you remember, I did 8 centimeters width for that door frame. So I'll take these two surfaces. That surface, that's enough. Because the rest will be done by the history. And I'll take 2 door offset, put a radius of 80 millimeters, and have it get some curves and surface on there, the next one there. And now I'll just take a line. I was thinking to use a draft tool, but I'm not a fan of the draft tool because as soon as I change something on it, it messes everything up. So 100, let's put 300. I just want to overbuild there. Right. So I could have picked all the lines separately, but I don't want to do that because maybe for the fun of it, I'm gonna make a quirky door frame. So now what we will do is discard that in the middle there. And as you see, we've generated a nice door frame there. Now, let's take these surfaces. We will intersect them with the other side. And I'm going to discard that bit there. These I will have to trim back. And now these surfaces get intersected with this one and this one, and we'll keep that bit and we'll keep that bit there. And that's a door frame for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to do the rest of the doors the similar way. I'm going to be intersecting walls, so I'm making sure I've got one nice clean volume without any intersections. And yeah, that's something you can do on your own. You don't need to get bored seeing me do this, but I want to thank you for tuning in, and I'll come back later on with the next videos where I'm going to be putting in some 3D resources there, building that plateau there that I've mentioned. So this is going to keep growing in time. Thank you. Catch you next time.